So you're thinking of moving to the Florida Panhandle and the beautiful Emerald Coast. Today on this channel, I want to share with you what some of my pros and cons are of living here in Pensacola Beach. So whether you're looking to buy your dream home here on the beach, maybe a second home or a vacation rental, I'm hoping to give you the ins and outs of what it's like to live here so you can make an educated decision and kind of know what it's like before you get here. So I'm excited to share with you that. But before I do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Sean Killingsworth and I'm a realtor here at the Emerald Coast, and I'm helping people find their homes here in our area. I'm showing some of our favorite neighborhoods, coastal communities, and beach properties from Perdido Key all the way out to Destin. So make sure you like and subscribe to this channel so I can show you what the ins and outs are of living here in our area. Let's get to it. So let me tell you a couple of details about Pensacola Beach. Pensacola and Pensacola Beach are different places. I'm sure you knew that. Some people get confused. I just want to be clear that we know that Pensacola is on the mainland, and then you have a 3-mile bridge that goes to Gulf Breeze, and then below Gulf Breeze there's a 1/4-mile bridge down to Pensacola Beach, and it's a small strip of land that runs from Pensacola all the way out to Navarre with some of the best beaches that you've ever seen. And so that's the area we're talking about and highlighting today is Pensacola Beach. A little bit about Pensacola Beach. The average home price there is $715,000, and you obviously have homes that are much more expensive and you have some homes that are a little less expensive, and so there's a lot of variety out there. Obviously, if you're on the water, then you have a higher price point. The further inland or maybe an older home, you get to lower prices and things like that. You have homes, you've got condos, townhouses, so many different options of kind of what you're looking for down there on the beach. 9,500 is the amount of people that live there on that little island, and the median age range is 50. And so the median household income is $118,000 all the way up to about $167,000 to live and afford the amenities of living there on Pensacola Beach. And so today I want to talk to you about some of the pros and cons of living there. So let's get to that. So let me tell you, pro number one is the beach. And if that's not obvious, maybe you've not seen it, but Pensacola Beach is one of the most pristine beaches here in America. I think it is one of the nicest. They have some rules, maybe different rules than what you've seen. You can't drive on this beach. You can't make a fire on this beach. You have limited places where dogs can go, a couple dog beaches that are available, but the rest is just walk out barefoot on the whitest sand and emerald waters, and typically very clear water. Feels like it's a Caribbean type of feel for a beach here right on the Gulf of, I guess now, America. So it is one of the best beaches here. You can go out and enjoy a beach day. One of the most packed public beach is right by the Pensacola Beach Ball. If you've never seen that, it's like the water tower that's shaped like a beach ball. But if you go out there, you can just walk up to the bars, you can hear live music, and a lot more people and tourists will be right there. And the further you get away from that, either to the east or the west, it gets a little less crowded. So whatever type of beach environment you like, that's really cool. The other great thing about Pensacola Beach in comparison to some others is you can really just walk the whole beach and you can set up wherever you want. Nobody is reserved and no one owns their little spot of the beach. So you can really go wherever you want on the beach here, and it makes it super cool. So you can go set up your tent, hang out for a day, get some sunshine, bring the cooler of whatever drinks and snacks you have. And so that is super cool. And number two, it's a relaxed lifestyle. So living here on the beach is a little bit slower. You kind of run at the pace of whatever you feel like for the day. So it does have like a drink your morning coffee, maybe walk on the beach, maybe do a hobby or two, get a little work in, some follow up on some emails, things like that. But for the most part, it's like, hey, when can I get outside and enjoy this wonderful weather? The people are a little bit slower pace here on the beach as well. And so it has that great feel. On the summer months when it is busy and packed, it's a little bit more high energy, but when you get to other off-season months, it is slow. You can get to know some of the neighbors and things like that. And number three pro is outdoor activities. This is a great place to do really anything outdoors. It's kind of like always a treasure hunt out there, whether you've got your fishing pole in, ready to catch the next biggest fish. Maybe you're on the shore with a metal detector trying to find some treasure. Maybe you're boogie boarding or surfing, waiting for the next biggest wave. There's so many fun things about the beach and hobbies that you could do. If you bike ride, if you snorkel, really all of that stuff is so fun. So it gives you plenty of options as far as it comes to outdoor activity. Number four is a strong sense of community. There's a lot of people that live on Pensacola Beach, which is great. So as soon as you meet those people that are there year round, you can get to know them a little bit and kind of build a bond with them. And it's nice to know people that are going to be there all the time. You'll hear that in my con where maybe people are a little bit more transient transient, a lot more vacation rentals and things like that. So it's harder to find your neighbors that actually live there, but you can find them. They're there. People are living on the beach. And number 5, Pensacola is great for tourism and investment. And so if you are investing into this area, there's a great chance for upward side of rentals. So you can get a lot for vacation rentals. People are renting these homes and condos and townhouses all the time. And so even off season, when you think you might not be able to make some money, you can typically still get some rental income year round because people are coming down here, whether it's snowbirds trying to avoid the snow or things like that. So you got all of that option to be able to maximize your rental if you are owning a rental here on Pensacola Beach. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the cons. It is a little hard to find cons when you live in such a beautiful place, but really anywhere you're going is going to have something positive, something maybe not as positive. And so let me share with you what I think are some of the cons of living on Pensacola Beach. Number 1 is homes and maintenance. Because you're so close to salt water, anything that's metal on your home is going to start rusting over time. The wood starts to rot because of the amount of sunshine and the moisture. And it is kind of a constant battle on updating your home, repainting. You also don't have any trees down on the beach, so you get the force of the winds straight off the ocean, so constant wind. You have to do some maintenance on wherever you're at. If you do have an HOA, maybe it's a condo and they take care of it, you don't have to worry about that as much. But if you're owning a home here, probably gonna have some maintenance just to keep up with it. Number 2 is schools. They do have the elementary school here on the beach, but if you're in middle school or high school, you have to get bused either to Gulf Breeze, which is over the bridge, or sometimes even Pensacola. And so you wanna make sure you know which school your kids are going to, but it's not gonna be right there on Pensacola Beach. There's just not enough land to have that big of a school on the beach. Number 3, you have neighbors and you have vacationers. I kind of talked about it briefly earlier, but because it's such a high vacation area and high tourist area, you have people coming in summer months and Memorial Day and stuff like that. So then your home is there, but maybe you're next to a vacation rental. So where those people are coming in and out, it makes it a little harder to get to know your neighbors. There are people that live in neighborhoods there and live there year round. So that's kind of the difference, is you got to find those people, and maybe it's not your next door neighbor, maybe it's a neighbor 3 houses down that's there year round. And then you can start building some relationships and friendships. Other than that, when tourists do come in, they might be a little louder, having a little bit more fun all of the time. And so, as you would on vacation too, right? So no judgment, but that's the reality of it. You're living down there's a lot of vacationers, and when it is busy, it is busy. You know, the roads that are typically right now during the winter season, totally available for driving, are a little bit more congested and people walking and that kind of thing. So you gotta be ready for that type of living if you're here on Pensacola Beach. Number 4 is limited amenities and services. Being on the beach, you have all of those beach restaurants, which is fun, and the bars, and you have all of that nightlife type things to do. But if you want like your Walmart or Target or Publix, those things are a little bit further away. You'll have to drive over the bridge and go to Gulf Breeze. If you want like a furniture store, you even have to go further. That'll be more like Pensacola, and go a little bit further to find like a furniture type of store or clothing or things like that. So it's not all right there on Pensacola Beach. So you have a little bit further distance if you want to have access to those amenities. Number 5 for a con is the cost of living is a little bit higher. You're going to have higher insurance. You're going to have the maintenance like we talked about for your home. The prices of homes are a little bit higher. The price of living on the beach with those beach restaurants is a little bit higher. So you're going to have a little bit higher cost of living, but when you're comparing living on Pensacola Beach to living on a Destin or further down, maybe a more popular beach, it's not going to be that high, but it is a little bit higher than, let's say, Gulf Breeze or Pensacola. Well, that's it for the pros and cons of living on Pensacola Beach. Hopefully that's helpful. I'm sure I missed some pros, I'm sure I missed some cons, but that'll at least get you started as you're evaluating this area of a potential of maybe you're looking to move here. And so if you are looking to move in the next 6 days or 6 months, definitely reach out. I'd love to grab a Zoom call with you and get to know you a little bit, kind of see what you're looking for in this area and how I can help. I get phone calls every single week from people in the same boat. They're looking to get out here to where the sunshine is and enjoy Pensacola Beach or maybe this area. And so I love helping people find their home here at the Emerald Coast. So definitely reach out. My info is all below in the description box, so you can find my info, my number, my email. So get a hold of me. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel as well. I'll be showing you different areas. If it's not this one, maybe next week I'll show you the perfect one for you and your family. but I look forward to talking with you soon. Have a great one.